I know that they are probably living rent-free in your mind, that all you can do is think about this person. Why did this happen? Why did they say this? Why can't things be different? Kind of thinking, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, things could have been different. But my friends, it is time for you to forget this person, okay? I know, you know, but I'm going to explain this in the video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. Now, I know this isn't an easy thing to achieve, just to forget someone who you loved very deeply, who you've cared about very deeply. And also, this person has left probably without no closure, no explanation, no understanding why these things have happened. So my friends, the thing is, you don't need closure. You don't need closure from this person. Their behavior, their actions is the closure. Their silence says a lot, don't you think? It says a lot about this person. Someone who didn't feel that it was worthy of them, of their time, to give you an explanation as to what is going on, as to what is happening, and why they are behaving this way. So again, this gives you insight into this person. And what is happening is this is taking up your brain space, your emotions, and you trying to figure out why this person behaved the way that they did. And what you're trying to probably do is figure out a way to kind of understand it, process it. What this is doing is taking time out of your day, out of your life. And it makes it very difficult for you to be able to function on a daily basis, because you're trying to figure out why this person has done this, trying to think like, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have done something like this. No, of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't, because you're not the same caliber of person as them. So look at their behavior, not what is said, not what is not said. There's more than one way to communicate with another human being. And this is where, my friends, you need to be smart and look at their behavior. Look at what they're presenting to you. Look at the way that they are behaving. Their silence, their non-reaction, that is an indicator to what is going on up here. Because when someone does something like that, they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to tell you. It's better for them just to ghost, just to go, disappear. But that is the closure. That is what you need to understand. Like, you need to see that is the closure. The thing is, you're probably thinking, am I going to be able to speak to this person? You don't need to. You don't need validation. You don't need that explanation. Their silence is the explanation. And then you got to think, why would someone do that? Someone would do that because they're toxic and they're emotionally immature and they're unable to give you the explanation. They're unable to offer you an insight into what is going on for them. So you know what you do? You need to walk away from someone like this. You need to go, because you will be kept hanging on. And I know that's where many of you are right now, is hanging on, trying to understand. But this is where you take your power back. This is where you take your energy, your attention, your emotional validation back, okay? Because the more that you spend thinking about this person, you're giving them energy. I know you don't see it. They feel it. They know. They know that you are going to be thinking of them. They know that you are going to be internalizing this, trying to figure out a way as to why this has happened, what's going on, why is this happening. They know, which is why they do this. And in most cases, why they do this is because, it could be as trivial as like, you didn't conform. You didn't do what the narcissist wanted you to do. So in their mind, they have created this scenario or this explanation where they need to get away, they need to go, they need to ghost you, they need to move on to punish you. And this is all about control, because this is all done on their time, what they want to do. And you see how sick this actually is. Can you see the game unfolding here? Because someone who is healthy doesn't just disappear, doesn't just go. But someone who is emotionally immature, who is toxic, does this every single time, because they're not able to fully explain. They're not fully able to be able to tell you what is going on, because they don't know themselves. They're so devoid, they're so detached from themselves. They can't even explain it to you because they can't explain it to themselves. So it's better to then blame someone else. It's better to ghost. It's better to escape, run away, get with another person than to offer any explanation. This shows emotional immaturity. And that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're trying to understand, emotional immaturity. Because you got to see the bigger picture and see it for what it is. It's time for you to give up on them. It's time for you to take your power back. It's time for you to do you. By all means, take your time and emotionally process this. But ultimately, life is too short to be playing games, because this is a game. So they're going to punish you, okay, for something that they perceive that you didn't do. And you know what? It's literally just as simple as you not obeying them or you not doing what they have wanted you to do. That's the control. That's the manipulation. Because usually, I would say 7 times out of 10, you will hear from them again. They will get back in contact with you. And that's only because they're going to play this game again. And if you think about it, that's what they've done throughout this whole interaction that you've had with them. You're on, you're off. You're on, you're off. Value, devalue, discard. Value, devalue, discard. Well, why is that? Why does their behavior go in a cycle? And the reason for that is because of emotional immaturity. They haven't developed. You've also got to think that a lot of their childhood patterns, the way that they think, are at play here. Because this person hasn't developed emotionally or correctly, which is why they have problems with interpersonal relationships. It's not just you. They don't just do this to you. This is with everybody, with everything. How many friends have they got? How many people actually like them? Probably very little. But this is where you've got to see the bigger picture. This person obviously wants you to behave in a certain way. And because you're not doing that, because you've got your own mind, you've got free will, they don't like it. So they're trying to doctor it. They're trying to navigate it so that you fall into their way of thinking. And now let's think of it this way, right? A narcissist will live half in reality and half in fantasy or delusion. Okay, they have delusional thinking. Fantasy thinking, fantastical thinking, okay? And this is a real thing in psychology. There is a whole term for this, okay? And the reason why they do that is because when someone has experienced a lot of deep emotional trauma, you try to detach yourself from what really is going on and you live inside your head because it's a bid to be able to cope with very stressful environments. And that is how they have learned to cope. These are defense mechanisms. This is how they have learned to cope in very stressful, very hostile childhood trauma. So now what they are doing is they are just repeating what they have learned in childhood into adulthood. That's what's going on, my friends. That's why they are doing that. That's why you're scratching your head trying to understand this person when, I'm sorry, but you're not going to, because they live half in fantasy, half in reality. And what they try to do is get you to believe that fantasy. They get you to believe that world that they live in. And that's why they have now maybe gone silent. They've ghosted you. They're putting you down to other people. But that's because they live in this fantasy. They're trying to drag you into that delusional world. And that's why you're not understanding why this person behaves like that, why this person acts, or why they say the things that they do. Once you understand that what you are dealing with here is mental health, you're trying to understand mental health, that's where you will see it. That's where you will understand it for what it really is. It's not you. It's not because you've done something wrong. It's not you that you haven't done what you were meant to do. It's just that this person is trying to drag you into that. So this is about you forgetting about the narcissist and actually moving forward in your own life. Learn the lessons. Learn for what it really is. I know you probably still have feelings for them. I know you love this person, but that's just it. You can't love someone who is dysfunctional and not giving anything back to you and just trying to control you. It's not going to work like that. So please, my friends, I hope this video helps. If you are going through something like this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. And there's also a live stream every single Tuesday on this channel at 9 p.m. UK time. And I hope this video has helped. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.